Hello, my name is Marc Delandre. I am Belgian and I am 57 years old. I am an intelligence agent, member of Gladio, Gladio. This organization is headquartered in Belgium and depends on NATO. Gladio is specialized in false flags operations. We are talking about the operations ordered by the governments to manipulate their people and to hide their real cause and real culprits. This video follows the one concerning the anagram video between the Cathedral Notre Dame in Paris and my full name. If you did not see it, I advise you to start with the first video. Moreover, these two videos concern the fire of the cathedral. There is a very important video about the fire of Notre Dame Cathedral. This video is the most seen on this channel. It is necessary to begin with the video of the fire of the cathedral, then the anagram video, and finally this one. So I confirm that Gladio realized the fire of the cathedral at the request of President Macron. Gladio made this fire with thermite. Thermite provokes a temperature of 2200 degrees Celsius, which burns and melts everything. For the firing, they asked to the US Air Force to use their direct energy weapon. This method has been used already in 9/11. The fire of the cathedral is not the purpose of this video, but it is to explain the circumstance of it. On April 24, the main Gladio signal returned to its normal level at 1 p.m. At 4:24 p.m., the French actor Jean-Pierre Marielle died at the hospital. He is the author of the anagram that he left just before to die in the Da Vinci Code. At 6:57 p.m., so 2 hours later, I received from Gladio the anagram clearly linked to me and to the fire of Notre Dame Cathedral. But the principle of this anagram makes me immediately think of the Da Vinci Code. In the film, there is therefore the same delay between the death of Jean-Pierre Marielle and the discovery of the anagram that he left behind him before he died. I often compare Gladio's code to the Da Vinci Code. I realize that it's more than just a feeling. Yesterday, April 27, I posted the video about the anagram. In this video, I specified that the anagram gives me the feeling of being in the first scene of the Da Vinci Code. Indeed, this film begins with the scenes of the anagram made by the actor Jean-Pierre Marielle before he dies in the movie. When my video was online, I got a curious chat with a young woman on my Facebook page. Our first contact was on April 23. Our chat was so perfect that I wondered if this contact was not remote, controlled by Gladio, by mind control on this young woman. On April 27, she recontacted me just after the uploading of the video about the anagram. Our chat was about the same quality as the first one, but suddenly she asked me 2 questions. It was about the Knights Templar, a big topic of the Da Vinci Code. Her question include historical errors and meanings arose. But the most important words in her question was about the Knights Templar. She was the one who asked me this question, so I thought she did not know what she was talking about. But immediately after these two questions, she told me that she has written these words, but she added that she did not know where they came from. She did not know what are the Templars. She said she wrote these words, but she did not know how, and she was scared of what just happened. I immediately told her that it was mind control, and that these two questions were for me, in relation to my video, to the Gladio Code, and to the Da Vinci Code. But in the same chat, this young woman told me that her brother was word. I told her with humor that the brothers are often word. However, I did not know. But this oddity killed her brother when he was just 18 years old. She told me that sometimes her brother became very violent and broke everything in the house. But she also said that during this violent moment, he spoke in a foreign language that nobody could understand. The old Greek of the anagram, see the video before, remind her this language, since her brother kept saying Theo, Theo, God, in Old Greek. It was during one of these crises that her brother died, apparently not at home. The authorities immediately removed the body of her brother, and she and her family will never be able to see him again. The coffin was sealed. She also said that during her chat, she felt palpitation at the temple. I answered that after the story of her brother, the whole Greek, and the strange question about the Templars, it seems pretty obvious that she had an implant in her brain. An implant of the same kind as the one of her brother. Jean-Pierre Marielle, the anagram, the Knights Templar, the mind control of her brother speaking Old Greek. All this start to make me think of the Da Vinci Code. From then on, I look again at the movie of the Da Vinci Code. Directly I see the scenes about the anagrams, written by Jean-Pierre Marielle just before he dies in the movie. Quickly after, I see a first scene of the church Sint-Sulpice in Paris. This church is also linked to the Knights Templar, and it just burned on March 17, 2019. When I saw the Sint-Sulpice fire, I got the feeling that its name told me something, but I did not remember. So, the Gladio Code was the reason. But that's not all. When I have finished to load my video about the anagram, I had a strange exchange with a man, also present on my Facebook pages. There are two very strange things with this contact. First, the first contact that I had with this man was on April 18 in the morning. So this chat with this man was at the same time as my first contact with Christina, my advisor in intelligence. Second, both of them are expert in Old Greeks. which is rare. So I can probably conclude that Gladio knew that I will need expert in whole Greek because of the anagram. This proves once again that this anagram and all this file have been written by Gladio for me, but that's not all. This man told me on April 18 that he was a simple police officer. But on April 26, 2019, when I have loaded this video, he told me that he was a member of a very special force. He is master of martial arts, able to pilot a plane, helicopter, even a submarine. But also he speaks Aramaic, the language of Jesus. He said that he has a new mission and that he responds only to the orders from God. I answered to him that he was a knight of modern times. And few hours later, I am confronted with the Knights Templar, with another contact, and with the Da Vinci Code. About the young woman's brother, I have another witness. This witness is French and is 26 years old. He tried to kill his parents twice, but he doesn't remember at all what he did. This was also the case for this young woman's brother. This violent witness was therefore arrested, interned, and released twice. But he also just confirmed to me that during his crisis he was speaking a language that nobody knows. Again, I must consider that Gladio arranged for this young woman and this violent witness to contact me about the same time. Both witnesses are related to mind control and to a language that could be Old Greek. The young woman added the Knights Templar. I say Old Greek because it is the specialty of these two experts arrived at the same day and the same hour. It seems obvious to me that it was the choice of Gladio and that it was the result of the anagram. Since then, I have learned that Old Greek is still studied today and used in scientific circles and in the creation of codes. The code is the primary theme of the Code of Gladio and the Da Vinci Code. Let's repeat the common points between my story and the Da Vinci Code. The death of Jean-Pierre Marielle, author of the anagrams in the Da Vinci Code. The anagram I received just after the death of Jean-Pierre Marielle referred to the first scene of the Da Vinci Code. My story is referring to Old Greek. The resulting of the anagram was Ateo Theoda, Satan Gladio, sent by God. The anagram thus linked the fire of the Cathedral Notre Dame of Paris to me, Satan, Gladio, and God. The cathedral burned. I am contacted by two experts in the Old Greek the same day, at the same time. One of them also speaks the language of Jesus, the Aramaic. He is member of a very special force, and he only responds to order from God. He has a new mission. Just after sending my video on the anagram, I am contacted by a young woman. Her brother, under mind control, spoke as unknown language during his violent crisis. He pronounced a lot of Theo, which is probably Old Greek. This young woman, visibly under mind control too, asked me 2 questions about the Knights Templar. She continued to do it while I was finishing this video. And she talked to me about the Knights Templar. But she immediately said, "Oh, I don't understand what is written. It's written alone." And since I try to understand if there is a link between the Knights Templar and the whole Greek, I asked her the question. Indeed, I was suspecting that she was under mind control by Gladio, and maybe Gladio was going to answer me. And Gladio replied, through her hands, "The Templar language are Old Greek, Latin, and Old Francois, the real name of the whole French." And when she reads what she just wrote, she asked me, "What is Old Francois?" It was obvious that Gladio had decided to answer me to her. These Templars are mentioned in the Da Vinci Code. The Knights Templar have a link with a church in Paris, Sint-Sulpice Church. Several scenes of the Da Vinci Code are happening in this church. Sint-Sulpice Church just burned a month before Notre Dame Cathedral. It was on March 17, 2019. So in the light of all this, I end up wondering if my story is really not the real-time suite of the Da Vinci Code, or if the Da Vinci Code does not contain some of the keys of my story. It is on this subject that I ask your help. Review the movie. You can find it easily on the internet. Open your history book and come back to me with some suggestions. I think it's urgent and important. Thank you so much.